Use import module or from module import. I've tried to find a comprehensive guide on whether it is best to use import module or from module import. I've just started with Python and I'm trying to start off with best practices in mind. Basically, I was hoping if anyone could share their experiences, what preferences other developers have and what's the best way to avoid any gotchas down the road.
The difference between import module and from module import foo is mainly subjective. Pick the one you like best and be consistent in your use of it. Here are some points to help you decide. Import module. Pros. Less maintenance of your import statements. Don't need to add any additional imports to start using another item from the module. Cons. Typing, module.foo, in your code can be tedious and redundant. Tedium can be minimized by using import module as mo, then typing mo.foo. From module import foo. Pros. Less typing to use foo, more control over which items of a module can be accessed. Cons. To use a new item from the module you have to update your import statement, you lose context about foo. For example, it's less clear what seal does compared to math.seal. Either method is acceptable, but don't use from module import. For any reasonable large set of code, if you import you will likely be cementing it into the module, unable to be removed. This is because it is difficult to determine what items used in the code are coming from module, making it easy to get to the point where you think you don't use the import anymore, but it's extremely difficult to be sure.
There's another detail here, not mentioned, related to writing to a module. Granted, this may not be very common, but I've needed it from time to time. Due to the way references and name binding works in Python, if you want to update some symbol in a module, say foo.bar, from outside that module, and have other importing code see that change, you have to import foo a certain way. For example, module foo, module A, module B. However, if you import symbol names instead of module names, this will not work. For example, if I do this in module A, no code outside of a will see bar is oranges because my setting of bar merely affected the name bar inside module A. It did not reach into the foo module object and update its bar.
Even though many people already explained about import versus import from, I want to try to explain a bit more about what happens under the hood, and where all the places it changes are. Import foo. Imports foo, and creates a reference to that module in the current namespace. Then you need to define completed module path to access a particular attribute or method from inside the module. For example, foo.bar but not bar. From foo import var. Imports foo, and creates references to all the members listed, bar. Does not set the variable foo. For example, bar but not baz or foo.baz. From foo import. Imports foo and creates references to all public objects defined by that module in the current namespace. Everything listed in underscore all underscore if underscore all underscore exists, otherwise everything that doesn't start with underscore. Does not set the variable foo. For example, bar and baz but not underscore core foo dot underscore core. Now let's see when we do import x.y. Check sys.modules with name os and os.path. Check globals and locals namespace sticks with os and os.path. From the above example we found that only os is inserted in the local and global namespace. So, we should be able to use but not path. Once you delete the os from locals namespace, you won't be able to access os as well as os.path even though they exist in sys.modules. Now let's talk about import from. Check sys.modules with os and os.path. We found that in sys.modules we found the same as we did before by using import name. Okay, let's check how it looks like in locals and globals namespace sticks. You can access by using name path, not by os.path. Let's delete path from locals. One final example using an alias. And no path defined.
Both ways are supported for a reason. There are times when one is more appropriate than the other. Import module, nice when you are using many bits from the module. Drawback is that you'll need to qualify each reference with the module name. From module import ... Nice that imported items are usable directly without module name prefix. The drawback is that you must list each thing you use, and that it's not clear in code where something came from. Which to use depends on which makes the code clear and readable, and has more than a little to do with personal preference. I lean toward import module generally, because in the code it's very clear where an object or function came from. I use from module import ... when I'm using some object/function a lot in the code.